And this segment was brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sports booking app. And we know sports booking isn't allowed everywhere. We know this. But we do know fantasy football is, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people love fantasy football. And a lot of people love the opportunity to make some money. So what if I told you that DraftKings has combined with fantasy football and they have a fantasy football app where they're giving out $1 million worth of prizes every week? I mean, that sounds pretty good, right?
Sounds amazing.
I agree. And you know me, I was in retirement. You were in retirement. We weren't even fantasy football guys. When they broke out this deal, along with the promo code Moats, giving us up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money, we both came out of retirement. We said, look, take our jerseys out the rafters. We're coming back, man. We are coming back. So what are you waiting on, man? Make sure you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app or download DraftKings Fantasy Football app. Use the promo code Moats and go out there and get that opportunity to make a little money. And we got our last one right here. This is from Eli Outcult. Okay, Eli. Do you think they should play Avery Williamson more or keep Spillane and Vince Williams out there? Steelers Nation, baby, 10-0. Well, I will say this. Yesterday, they actually did.
He was in a decent amount.
Yeah, they were using him. They used him, like how we said with Ulysses Gilbert and Marcus Allen before, where it was, the third down long plays or obvious passing situations. They had him out there. I thought he moved well. Obviously, once the All-22 comes out, we'll be able to see a lot more in terms of how he played. And then he obviously had the garbage time at the end once. This would have been once we had that after the Ebron touchdown. He stayed out there with Spillane and got some more reps and stuff like that. So yeah, once the full tape comes out, we'll be able to see him a lot more. Kind of tough to grade him when his TV copy don't really show everything we need, man.
We even talked about it last week. I brought it up. I was like, how did Avery Williamson do? I think, literally, he was just in at the end of the game. It was just garbage time
10
stuff.
10 plays tops at the end, man.
And he was in throughout the game, but every time I saw him, there was nothing monumental that happened. It seemed like he wasn't getting thrown at, which is good. You're not hearing his name, so that's definitely a good thing.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to look into him to obviously as the week progresses and the tape comes out. I don't know, it probably won't be out in time before this next game on Thursday, but we'll get to it eventually though, man. But I definitely want to, because when I saw him out there earlier in the game and some of these situational possession downs and stuff like that, I wanted to see just, how he was performing. But from everything I saw initially, he looked good. He didn't look as if he was out of place. And when I say out of place, I'm not talking about a physical ability standpoint. I'm talking about knowing your assignment standpoint. Because when you're playing in third down, that's typically when the Steelers like to get exotic and do some of the different things and move in positions. It's not like your traditional linebackers do linebacker drops, safety do safety drops. We already said Edmonds and Minka have been doing linebacker drops, and everybody else had to kind of react and not even react from it, but adjust off of that. And like I said, that's more schematic while they're doing it, and it's been working great. So I'm gonna have to look into Avery a little bit more from that standpoint. But initially, man, I thought he played well, man.
I'm good with that too.
Oh, and this isn't a question. More? This isn't a question right here. It's from Live Motivated. Remember, they hopped on last week. They had a question last week. Shout out to Liv. No question from me. Just tell Deke to get used to that beard because we ain't losing this season. Boom. Shout out to Live Motivated, baby.